Hello YouTube! I know it's been a while since I made a video, yet again, but I have still been completely beat down with work from my summer classes. A lot of you want to know when I'm going to start making my Nut Job of the Week and Common Sense Award videos again, and it should be within a couple of weeks. Just bear with me, still have a lot of work I have to do, and still have a whole nother summer semester to go through, so not really looking forward to that, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, but I wanted to make a video today because I woke up and turned on C-SPAN, and 10 minutes it took me. I turned on C-SPAN, turned it off 10 minutes later, and two incredibly important issues were brought up by the Democratic senator from Washington and the Democratic senator from Maryland. Two separate issues. The first one, her name is Patty Murray. I think that's her name. This is the Democratic senator from Washington. And she got up there and she went to town on the Republicans, man. I mean, she had at it. She was talking about how the Republicans wanted to propose a bill, or had proposed a bill. I don't know if it passed, or I don't know what the deal is with it. She made it seem like it had a lot of merit to it, so I guess they had already passed it and she's railing against it or something like that. A European company called Airbus, right? What the Republicans want to do is give the Air Force contracts to Airbus, the European company, right? Now, at first glance, one might look at that and say, you know, what on earth could possibly be wrong with that, right? And to sum up what Patty Murray said, look, if you base your ideas on, if you base how you want to set policy on what you think is best for the American people, then there is no way you can be in favor of this bill. 49,000 people in this industry have already lost their jobs because the Republicans want the Air Force to have contracts with overseas companies, right? And make no mistake, more people will lose their jobs if more of these things keep going through. But that's not the only reason. It costs more money for the taxpayer to get these Airbus planes that are less efficient. You know, Patty Murray was up there and she was saying study after study after study has concluded that not only will it cost the American taxpayers billions of dollars more, these planes literally are less efficient for the job that we want them to do. So why on earth would this be a good idea? Why on earth should we pass this? American people are getting hurt. American people are losing their jobs. American taxpayers are going to be paying more money. And it's going to be a less efficient product. Are you insane? Those are the three qualifications that if those were met, then maybe we could have a discussion about moving some stuff overseas, right? But none of the qualifications are met. See, that's the thing that I've recognized a lot, at least in the Senate. It seems that there are so, don't get me wrong, it may seem like I'm partisan at times, but trust me, man, I come down on the Democrats when they deserve it, right? When they're out of line, I'll go at them just as hard as I go at the Republicans, right? But at least with this particular bill, the Republican position in the Senate, at least, is so wacko that it's almost hard to come up with an argument against it. Because their position is just so out there that it's like a tautology to say it's stupid. Of course it's stupid. Look at the position. Look what you want to do. And another thing about this that just drives me nuts is the fact that the position that I'm advocating right now is not only something that just Democrats agree on. Grassroots Republicans, the guys in Mississippi, the guys in Kansas, the guys in the Midwest, right? They all agree with me on this. They don't want to lose their jobs like they saw a couple of years ago, everybody losing their jobs from NAFTA. Why on earth would they want to lose their... They don't want to lose their jobs. Their anti-free trade sentiment is just as strong as the Democrats' anti-free trade sentiment. And yet the Republicans in power always make decisions that contradict the will of the grassroots of their party. And America at that. You know? So, gee, why would they be doing it? Crony capitalism, maybe? Of course. Oh, okay. The next thing was Senator Benjamin Cardin, the Democrat of Maryland. Look, he gets up there, and this is another thing that, mainstream Republicans, the people that cast their votes for the Republicans, not the actual Republicans in power, this is something that the grassroots Republicans and the Democrats can definitely agree on. Okay? This guy wants to stop giving subsidies to the oil companies. Right? I mean, he gets up there and he starts saying, look, when President Bush took office, the oil companies were making $20 billion a year worth of profit. Right? Now they're making $120 billion a year worth of profit. And they didn't do anything. Capitalism works in a sense that it's like, if you come out with a new innovation, you do something good, and people start wanting to buy your product more, and guess what? You're going to be making more money. More power to you. Good for you. Great. I applaud you. Right? But they haven't done anything new. They haven't done anything that's more beneficial. And the demand hasn't gone up either. A lot of the reason the price of oil has gone up is because of speculation. But that's a different video. I'm not going to get into that right now. Even President Bush, look at this. President Bush says these oil companies don't need incentives in order to look for new sources. They don't need it for anything. They're making record profits right now. Neocon, far right-wing George Bush has even acknowledged this obvious truth. Right? But yet the Republican Party in the Senate is still going batshit over this. They're still like, oh, no, they need to keep all their money. All their money. Dude, why on earth should we let them keep all their money when all of us are suffering at the gas pump, right? And they're not putting more money into renewable energy. They're not investing into renewable energy. That's why we need to cap the profits they make, tax above that line, reinvest that into renewable energy, and get rid of the fucking $17 billion worth of subsidies we're giving them, because that's corporate welfare. That's your money and that's my money, going into the pockets of fat cat capitalists who have gotten fucking rich by raping the American people. You have to be crazy to think that we should keep the subsidies for the fucking tax companies. George Bush even acknowledges that that shouldn't be the case. Now, you're going to sit there and you're going to tell me that the Republicans are not bought out by the oil lobby. The Republicans in power are not bought out by the oil lobby. Man, you need to get your head out of the sand if you're one of the people saying that shit. I mean, come on. It could not be more obvious. Alright, had to get that rant out of my system. Thanks to everybody for listening. This is Secular Talk.